What is the environmental impact of new Olympic venues? Imagine hosting a global event that brings millions of visitors and athletes from around the world. Now think about the footprint that leaves on our planet. Building new Olympic venues involves a lot more than just concrete and steel. It requires vast amounts of materials and energy, which can lead to high greenhouse gas emissions. For example, traditional construction methods can emit around 1 ton of carbon dioxide equivalent per square meter. But recent efforts for the Paris 2020 for Olympics have cut this down to about 700 kilograms of carbon dioxide equivalent per square meter by using low-carbon materials like recycled concrete, wooden frames, and innovative construction techniques. These changes can reduce emissions by roughly 30% compared to older methods. Creating new venues can also disturb local ecosystems. Land is often cleared to make space for sports facilities, athletes' villages, and infrastructure. This can displace wildlife and harm biodiversity. To counteract this, organizers sometimes design venues that include new green spaces or plant climate-adaptive vegetation. These efforts help restore ecosystems and improve water management, reducing the urban heat island effect and improving air quality inside the venues. The long-term use of these venues after the Games is another key factor. The International Olympic Committee encourages host cities to plan for venues that serve communities long after the event ends. For instance, converting athletes' villages into housing or community centers helps avoid building white elephants, expensive, unused structures that waste resources. This approach makes sure the environmental impact is spread out over many years, not just during construction. Transport is another big contributor to the Olympics' environmental footprint. International flights bring in visitors, and their emissions often surpass those from building venues. So, host cities are now focusing on promoting public transportation, biking, and walking options, as well as using renewable energy sources at venues. For example, Tokyo 2020 used solar power and hydrogen fuel cells to run many of its facilities and transportation systems. Paris 2020 for plans to follow similar low-carbon standards, with a focus on renewable energy and sustainable building practices. Critics say some sustainability efforts are more about appearances than real change. Still, the overall impact depends on how well the host city manages construction practices, legacy planning, and transportation. By adopting eco-friendly building materials, planning for long-term use, and encouraging green transportation, the Olympics can reduce their environmental footprint. Every step towards sustainability helps protect our planet while celebrating the world's greatest athletes.